Minasyan of Armenia, and I can't imagine that he's too experienced at dealing with situations such as this.
Well, at the end of the day, I think everybody just gets off as they have, and we take a pause if it takes 10 minutes, if it takes 20 minutes, if it takes half an hour. That's what it takes to clear over. It looks as if it's just dying down a little bit, the rain, but unfortunately the lightning's becoming stronger. And it's not the rain that's the problem, apart from the fact that it keeps coming to pitch. Will get soggy. It's the endangering of players and supporters with this. It looks like fog lightning above us, but it's yeah, it's just one of those things at the moment. We just have to stay patient. We look as if we hope we're going to get a cracking game between the host nation, or one of the host nations, and the French. But we just sit and we wait, John. We sit and wait.
As you can hear, there are announcements being made over the tannoy. I can only imagine they are holding announcements at this stage, just to say, let's wait and see.
In the west of Scotland, this is a normal day. And I'm sure, with the weather conditions here, the locals are quite used to it changing the way it has, but it's unfortunate it's happened tonight.
But the timing was uncanny, wasn't it? The first crack of thunder and lightning came halfway through the Marseillaise.
Yes, it was. It did sort of kill the French anthem for a little bit, but that was just a sign of things to come. Let's hope this clears over and we can get this game back on.
Well, even where we are, Adrian, which is right at the back of the lower tier of the main stand in this splendid stadium, there is some concern amongst the stewards about the danger to people even this far back as the storm intensifies again. So I think it's best that we probably hand proceedings back to you for the time being. This game suspended after 5 minutes of play. The players have been off for 5 minutes, and we'll bring you further news from here at the Donbass Arena as soon as we have it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a number of questions. I want to keep your answers very long and slow. All right? we might be filling for a good while. Have you ever seen the light, Gordon?
Have I seen the light? Yeah, a few years ago.
The light?
I feel a lot better now. No, the light. Yeah. No, really, not the thunder and lightning and all that kind of stuff. I had it at Aberdeen once when the snow come down, and we had to pack the game in. Just 10 minutes, but they packed the game in. But the lights went out in the whole of Aberdeen. It went out, everything, the stadium, so there's 22,000 people in there, no lights about the place, but they got the dressing room, and it was chaos because there was no lights about. I went home in Dougie Rugby's gear. You know, you're picking up your own gear and picking up things. First of all, I've got to find out if Roy Aitken, Roy Keane is at Donetsk. That's the kind of weather that follows him about. Because if you notice right now, since he's left us, it's brightened up.
He's only got a day off, by the way. He hasn't left us permanently or anything like that. That's a good weather-related anecdote I've got. Very Gordon. No, it's your turn, Gareth.
No, this
just
time,
make something up.
Don't we normally rerun the third test from Edinburgh in 1976? Goodness me. I don't know what
do you know what? We've lost the tape of that. I can hear them looking for it even now. Go on.
I don't know what they do in this situation if the game has to be cancelled. When do you replay it? When do you... because you're looking at the amount of water rolling down from the stands there. That's going to be a bigger concern going forward. Clearly the lightning will stop in the next... Well, hopefully it will stop in the next few minutes or so. But the amount of water that's just been thrown onto that pitch very quickly is a bigger concern. I think.
When you're talking about safety, how long is going to take for the fans to come back? And we're talking maybe hours before the game starting again.
No, I think they'll be all right. Yeah.
Is Mexes going to use this for an excuse for that back pass he played in the first 2 minutes, by the way?
I should tell you, if the match is abandoned by the referee, which is not impossible, what we'd hope unlikely, it will be replayed tomorrow. So there is a kind of contingency plan to do that. Can I ask you, Gareth and Gordon, if as managers, when you're losing sort of 3-0 with only 15 minutes gone, have you ever fantasised about a storm like that breaking out?
Do you know, I played a game against Arsenal, where you might have been playing in the game, Patrick, when I was at Villa, and we were 2-0 down at half-time, and unfortunately a parachutist got caught on the top of the stand and broke his leg.
Yeah.
And the second half was delayed by about 20 minutes, and we had a couple of players that had injuries. I had a cut above my head, which they had time to stitch, otherwise I'd have had to... Bizarrely, we won the game 3-2. It was as if the extra delay took the steam out of Arsenal and gave us time to regroup, because we were reeling from... So the key for this now is, how do you keep the players focused? How do you there's no way of knowing how long they're going to be. Will they come out and have to warm up
They've
again?
got to change the gear, they've got to get rid of that gear, because they can't be in that gear for 10-15 minutes. That's all will be changed again. There'll be chaos. The kit manager running about trying to find more gear. So there's a problem. And
we was just 5 minutes into the game, so I don't think psychologically you'll make a big difference.
Physiologically, you're not.
Exactly, but I believe that the players will do some things to get warm, to still keep the momentum going into the dressing room. They may gonna play like a small five-a-side in the dressing room. We don't know, but
the fans are enjoying it. They're still exuberant. I don't know how long that'll last. The players bewildered, having same conversations we're having, just wondering, you know, has this ever happened before? I mean, you do need to get it. You can't just mill around like that for too long. I know it's the same for both teams. I don't know what else you do.
No. And, I mean, I have to say, normally on these evenings, European Championships, Champions League, UEFA run these things so smoothly. The organisation is so slick. But even for them, this will be a big concern, because you've got the timings of the other games to take into consideration.
I don't think the rain will be that big a problem, because I think the pitches are so good nowadays, it'll drain off quickly. I just think that once the lightning goes, they'll be able to get back out there again. And he must have been hit by the looks of it.
This will have an impact for England if it is called off if it is postponed until tomorrow, because I mean they won't know what they're playing for, will they? In the third?
No. Well, I was trying to speculate before the game what would have been the best result from England's point of view. I don't think they can worry about it. I think they've got to concentrate on winning their game. You know, whatever happens in the other matches is irrelevant, really. You've got to focus on winning your matches, and then nothing else matters.
And I think as a player, it's quite important for England, the fact that if they don't know the result of this game, so they will not have any option. They're just going to go to the pitch and try to win the game, and I think that can be a good side for them.
Yeah, and for Ukraine, will have a day's less preparation. But they can't end up blaming their own weather, can they, if it didn't go well for them against England?
No, I think look, what will be will be. You know, I think be very unlikely all of the supporters perhaps can get there again tomorrow, but that's what they'd have to do. You know, they'd have to put it back in 24 hours. I can't remember. Somebody might know in the stats department, but I can't remember this happening in a major.
Do you know what we need here? We need Cliff Richard. If only he was at this game. Give him a microphone and we'd be all right for another 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, long may the party atmosphere continue there. What we're going to do is the 4th test at the Oval from 1970. No, we're going to have another look at England-France from the other day. Your commentators, of course, Andy Townsend and Clive Tills.